book.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Kwast and I'm the CEO and Principal of Tommy Story Books Proprietary Limited, a publishing house located in Laidley, Queensland. We're here at the QN Hotel, one of our favourite hotels in Laidley, and we're here today to talk to a few of our authors, and one of the books that's coming out at our launch coming up on the 29th of June at the Laidley Culture Centre is a little bit different to the other ones that we're releasing. It's a photo journey that goes with some poems, and I'm actually the author of this book. It's called Facing Me, and Jenni here is the photographer, and her photos have been matched up with my poetry, and so we've put together this gorgeous little book. It's a bit of a coffee table style book, but it's a great reflection of her personality and her favourite photos and my favourite poems and my personality in my words. So her images and my words have been put together for this beautiful book. So I'm going to interview Jen. So Jen, let's talk about your photography for here for a minute. What is it about photography that has prompted you to step on board with this book?
I just like photography. I've always liked photography. I just think that we're in such a beautiful country, and to capture our country behind the camera, when you come to me and ask me to do the book with you, I'm just like, yeah, but are my photos good enough? And I look at my photos now, and yeah, they are good.
They are, yeah.
I think the photos that I take, they just reflect me. I like taking the photo, and I don't do any Photoshop or anything with them. They just are what I see through the camera is what you actually get. And yeah, I just like taking photos.
Your slogan that goes with your name, Jen's Picks Photography. Your slogan is nothing but natural.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay. I like taking just a natural shot. If I see a photo, I'll take it. I won't change it in any way. Maybe I'll crop it to make it look a little bit better, but as I said before, what I take through the camera is what you get. It took a little while to come up with the slogan, nothing but natural, but when we did, it was me all over. Because I'm a natural, I'm not fake. It's just what you see, yeah.
So with this book, Facing Me, that we created, did you have a lot of fun creating that with me?
Yes, we always have fun creating. But in this time, there was no mess involved when we created this time.
That's true, there was no mess. But with what I mean is, were you surprised by the process involved, like doing photography and how you go about developing your images and producing that product? Were you surprised by how much goes on in creating a book form?
Yeah, since we did that Facing Me book, I mean, it took a lot of hours for us to sit and do that, where I'm just sitting there thinking, oh yeah, it'll only take me a half hour. Yeah, no, a couple of hours later, and it was still going, like it still had to be processed, and it still had to make sure that everything was spot on. It just amazed me when you were putting the photos on how you had to move the wording, and then you put another photo on, but the wording moved again, and it was like, oh God.
It is a bit of a nightmare when it comes to playing with the computers. With our story, I've got to sneeze for the next with our story, we've created an ebook first, and then we're going to put out the hard copy. Were you sort of intrigued by that process as well, because that's different to the printing process?
Yeah, like I'd heard of ebooks, but I'd never ever looked into ebooks. For people to actually be able to purchase it, a hard copy, sure, it'd be great to actually see it out on the book, on the shelves, but also to see it on a computer where people all over the world can get it. That was just amazing.
Do you think that photo books is something that you'd like to go into further? Like create another one, maybe one of your own, or with another author?
Yeah, I had spoken to Linda this morning about what I want to do. Like, I took a photo of an archway and it's covered in grass and it leads a path. Where does that path go to?
Yeah.
So I'd like to give some of my photos to authors and just say, see what you can come up with.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any photographers or even authors that influence you?
My dad, he's been taking photos, like he develops black and white photos. He was the one who actually got me into it. So other than that, there's no photographers as such. Authors, yeah, well, everyone that's around us at the moment inspire me.
We do, don't we?
Yeah, I just love the fact that the group of people that I'm around at the moment do inspire me and push me to my limits. You and
beyond your limits.
Beyond my limits, especially Laurie and Relly.
Yeah.
They push me way beyond.
But it's good, isn't it? Because we're discovering a side of ourselves that we didn't have. Not the courage, but just didn't really know that we could do.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So yeah. All right. And so with this launch coming up, what are your thoughts about this launch coming up?
I'm a bit nervous actually because normally I'm behind the camera.
That's right. This year you're going to be on stage.
This year I'm actually on stage.
You're on showcase this year.
Yes. And I like taking idiot photos of the crew and putting them out for everybody to see. But this year I think, I'm a little bit nervous and actually getting my photos out there. I'm really petrified in being the centre of attention and
What would you advise to other photographers that are entering into creating a book with an author? Do you have any advice for them?
Take it slow. Don't rush into it. If an author comes to you and asks you to illustrate a book for them, I would like to sit down with them and find out what it is they exactly want. Don't presume that your photo is going to be what they want. To make sure that you're both on the same path.
Now, you have experienced the photo side of writing a book with me as well in our little book that we created called Lucky We're Luckier. What did you find most difficult about that book? That's another one that we're going to be putting out at the launch. What did you find the most difficult about creating that book?
I suppose picking the photos, because we're trying to put out there that Lockyer is beautiful.
Yeah. The Lockyer Valley.
Yeah, the Lockyer Valley, is beautiful. I just wanted to capture those photos. There was one photo I wasn't happy about, and I, for 3-4 days prior to Andrea sending it away, I'm like, don't send it, I'm not happy with the photo. But she sent it anyway. It's sort of, when you brought it back and you said, no, that photo's not, I spent the next couple of weeks waiting for a beautiful clear blue sky to get the photo.
Right photo. So with this launch coming up, it's going to be a lot of fun. Are you looking forward to doing a future, photo book at all with Tommy Storybooks?
I would like to, yes.
Okay. All right. So thank you for spending this time with us today, and I hope you enjoy the launch.
Thank you.